So people are being evicted from their house, and it's kind of sad because some of these people are old and they have nowhere to go. So let's hear what these people have to say because it's really sad.
Hi, Mary.
Hello.
You might not expect a 98-year-old woman to answer her own door, but Mary Phillips does. She's lived in this Dolores Street apartment for 50 years.
I've been very happy here, and I've always paid my rent. I've never been late.
But Phillips doesn't know how long she'll be able to stay here. The building's owners have evicted her.
I didn't sit down and cry. I just kind of refused to believe it. I was just thought, well, they're going to have to take me out of here feet first.
Phillips says she has nowhere else to go, and now she and her attorneys are fighting the eviction.
I am too old. I'm crowding 100, and I'm too old to pack up and leave. And I'll just kick the bucket right here.
For now, she continues to live her life. And in case you think her age might cause her to cave in and decide to move, think again.
Just because of your age, don't let people push you around.
I'm sitting here crying right now because, like I said, me and my family are being evicted, and my rescued poodle, and we did nothing to no one, was not even given an explanation. I don't know the resources that you guys have. I thought I was doing everything right. You know, I tried to give my kids the best life and move in a nice suburb. So my son wouldn't be involved in the streets. I'm the only minority in my community. I didn't think my 4th of July looked like this. You know, I always try to keep a pet so my daughter can have responsibilities because I didn't want her to end up, you know, like a statistic. I was a teen mom. We have built a whole life out here. And my life is in shambles because I gotta uproot everything. I was evicted for no reason. Give it to me. I've been carrying on my rent, on my lot rent, paying everything on time, doing everything I was supposed to do, keeping my yard clean, making sure my children don't get out of line, because I know that I am the spot in the neighborhood. I feel so discriminated, and I never felt this way in my entire life. And even when I do everything right, it's still like I'm misreading things and it's still wrong. TikTok, if you know anyone, I get on TikTok every day and I put a positive prayer every day to help encourage others. I even help single moms because I know how I feel. I get on her every day and encourage others. Now I need help. I need to be encouraged. I usually smile every day, but today I just can't cry. I can't smile because I'm distressed and emotion is taking over me because I gotta find a place to live in less than 60 days and I did nothing. I don't even have an explanation. You guys say your prayers, your support, because I really need some help right now. Some answers, some legal fees, something. I am depressed. So I've been through eviction, but because I couldn't pay my rent at one time. But when I do get to a point where I can, I'm still getting evicted. God, please help me.
Now I got an illegal 3-day notice to vacate my property. It says for not paying rent. Rent's due tomorrow, by the way. It doesn't tell me how to pay rent. It doesn't tell me where to pay. It doesn't say how much it is. It doesn't say anything that is required. This is just some funny thing that he printed offline. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, Matt. It really doesn't. You're going to have to file an eviction with the court, okay? Because your little fake forms don't work. You have to do it legally. I'm not stupid. I know my rights. Which is why I'm not just backing down on what you're trying to do to me. I know my rights. Go file in the court. Let's see what they have to say about it.
I literally just got the letter from the renewal officer. She literally just dropped it off. So we're going to open it up to see what is the court date. Why is it written like this? I answered to the court, but it's saying something else now. That it's a right of possession. So I'm trying to get an understanding of this. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere to see what they're saying. So I just made it to the sheriff's office. I have a writ of possession. Apparently, since I posted this, I'm guessing on Facebook to vocalize my freedom of speech and how I was feeling. One, I did not disrespect anyone or anything of that nature. I just was basically posting my journey and what I'm going through, along with many others that's going through the situation. So maybe that's why I didn't get a court date. I'm not for sure, but basically it's stating that I have to get all my things and get out.
Authority.
Hi, is this Miss Sharon?
It is.
Hey, I believe Miss Butler isn't back. So I got the paperwork that says writ of possession, right? So I didn't get a court date.
Due to the information what you posted on me on Facebook, I prefer not to speak to you. I can transfer to her office. One moment.
Hello. I just got this. And I wanted to see if anybody could explain it of how long I got or something. It says the sheriffs of Jenkins County.
They mail it out.
But it's a writ of possession, meaning that it's already stamped in place.
Yeah, and that was the end of February, wasn't it?
Wow.
I don't know why I'm thinking February is like 2 months ago.
Yes, ma'am. Wow.
So the day before Thanksgiving, I received a letter in the mail from my landlord stating that I have 3 months to leave my current apartment that I've been in for the past 8 years. And I am devastated. I was not planning on moving anytime soon, especially with how the rents in New Jersey are right now. They are just incredibly high, and I just don't know how anyone is doing it right now. I got into this apartment and it was $1,500 a month for a 2-bedroom. Now it's $1,700 a month, and granted, my landlords have been gracious and they haven't been charging me every year to increase the rent price, but I'm just like in shock because in 3 months I have to find something, and there's nothing in New Jersey that I can afford. And I have a child that goes to school, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I probably gonna have to move out of New Jersey. This is crazy. I just don't understand how this is happening right now. How is anyone surviving right now? Please let me know. How are you surviving? If you are a single parent and in a similar situation like me, how are you doing this? Because I genuinely don't know how I'm going to get past this.
I kind of feel bad for some of the boomers who are still renting today, because you know how they say back in their days, they are able to afford a house, but then now they're renting. So it's like the possibility of them being evicted is, you know, it's pretty possible. And I'm just kind of concerned, because where are they going to go if they ever do get evicted? You know, it's like their families are away, they're just by themselves. Where are they going to go? They have nowhere to go. And it's kind of sad to think about that, you know?
So I wake up this morning and the landlord done put an eviction notice on my door, y'all. And I only owe for this month, for the month of March. I pay $9.50 a month for rent. And so I just owe for this month. And it's due on the 1st of each month. So I guess it's supposed to be after 10 days, but 7 days he didn't put an eviction notice up there, y'all. So I proceed to message him about the mold that's in the house. I'm like, first of all, your rent is on the way. I already talked to Community Action. I'm going to apply to them in like 2 weeks and they're going to pay my rent. So, and I got that using the resources from the CPS lady that y'all sent to my house. So my rent's going to be paid this month by Community Action. So I then sent him a video of the mold kit that I bought. Because I went to Lowe's, I bought a mold kit. It did show that we had mold in our house. So I sent him a video of the mold kit, and I was like, while you waiting on payment from Community Action for the rent, you could be working on fixing this mold issue. So he comes back and tells me, I don't let my tenants stay in the house with mold in it. And y'all gonna have to move out, make this your last month. You can't kick nobody out the house because it's mold in the house. You can't do that. You cannot do it. He gonna have to fix that mold issue. So I messaged him. I was like, can you, because he got all kind of properties around here. And I was like, can you just put us in another house until you can get the mold issue fixed? Like, I got a medical needs son. We don't have nowhere else to go. Don't y'all know this man left me on red? So now, until this mold issue is fixed, your rent each month is going into a money order, and I'm going to set it to the side. Because you're not going to get it until you fix on this mold issue.
Okay.
That was it. That's all I seen. Was there in the laundry room. Thank y'all. And all they did was come over here and pour bleach alongside the wall. How is that going to fix the mold?
So because of that video I made of my family of 7 living in a 2-bedroom apartment and me only paying $50, somebody on here was so miserable to go report me that now they gave me an eviction notice for 30 days. So now I need a lawyer. Thanks to y'all taxpayers that are so mad that you're paying my $50 in rent for my 2-bedroom apartment for a family of 7. I don't know how y'all even found out where I live. It's a 10-story apartment building. Y'all found out where I live. Y'all contacted the housing people. I don't know what you said to them, but now me and my family's getting evicted and we're gonna be on the streets. So thanks a lot.
You see that right there? Notice to quit. Andrew DeBose, 22 years old, my first ever eviction. And it's like, in this moment, I could choose to, let fear overcome me and, scare me and make me feel like I need to crawl into a ball and feel helpless, or I could go to God in prayer and realize that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? Like, everything happens for a reason. Like, lost my job this week, about to lose my home. I already saw this for coming, but I'm focused. I'm ready. I'm ready to, you know, bet on myself, go all in, because it's like you never know when is your time. The more you focus on the negativity and you focus on the things that you can't control, the worse things just get for you, because you start to spiral and you start to lose your sense of ground, and you start to realize that, okay, maybe I'm not as prepared as I need it to be or as I want it to be, but there's nothing that you can do about that. Only thing you can do is focus on the now and focus on where you're moving and go forward, and realize that everything that you do from this moment on is a testament of where you're going to end up in the future. And that's where I'm at. I know my future is bright. Today, we face an eviction. Tomorrow, I'm making my first 100K. God, figure it out. The choice is yours.
POV, I just got my eviction notice, but I ain't got no money. So, I got cute, because that's the only thing I got. I ain't got no money, I ain't got no friends, I got no family, I got nothing. Only thing I got is the ability to be able to look cute. And I'm finna put on these press-ons that did not sell. Okay, so these was like some press-ons when I first started making press-ons. So I'm probably gonna put some more charms on here because I just probably want some more charms. Yeah, I already prepped my nails because I just had nails on, so I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna probably file them a little bit and go on with my business. It's like I'm trying to be what is the word? Optimistic, but then I only got 3 days left, right? Because I don't even go outside my apartment, right? Because it's first of all, there's just too much going on over here, and I don't go outside my apartment. And so my neighbor knocked on my door, and she basically told me, just get my attention to come outside to see that the eviction notice was there. She was like, it's been here since yesterday. And I was like, oh, thank you for telling me. I'm just gonna put these nails on because they didn't sell, so whatever. Yeah, I'll be back when I got them on, I guess. These are the nails. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna try to take some pictures, make myself feel cute, and ignore the fact that I got this eviction notice. Like, it just is what it is. I'm just gonna stick it back up down the wall because that's all I can do. Look at it. And I'm probably gonna take some ashwagandha because so I'm gonna cry. Cause I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do. And I've never been the one who never knew what to do. Like, I always had my stuff together, but it's out of my hands now. It's out of my control. All I have to do is get pretty, and that's what I did. Pretty. At least I look pretty, and I'm trying to look pretty. Like, I'm not even gonna go there. I thank the Lord for just being able. You know what I'm saying? I just thank the Lord for being able. And thank y'all for watching this video. These are the nails. Once again, I added bows to them because I just felt like they needed something.
I could just imagine how troublesome it is to be thinking about where to live after being evicted. The pile of things on your head, your job, your kids, your school. Where are you going to go? Do you have anybody to go back to? It can be very depressing. If you really think about it, not having a home, you're going to have to live on the street for a couple of days, trying to figure it out. It's really depressing. So let's just pray for these people because they're going through hard stuff right now.
So while I'm just sitting on my couch, minding my business, and I get a paper slide through the door. You know how you sitting there and you just notice a paper coming through the door? Tell me why I got 3 days to get out of my house. Yeah, it just came in the mail. It was like, you got until November the 9th, you know what I'm saying, to be out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just know that I'm going to be okay. I just know that God is going to take care of me. I just know that things are going to, work out for me. But with this government shutdown and things going on, like, I can't take care of my kids. I can't do nothing. What I just said was a lie. I'm a community manager. So we do have to send out a 3-day notice to vacate letter if rent was not paid. We do this every month. If rent is not paid by the late day, which is normally the 6th or the 7th of the month. You have to do that in the state of Georgia before you can even file an eviction, because we have to have proof that we told you the balance that you owed. After that, usually most companies wait until about the 10th or the 15th day, my company. Then we file eviction. After we file eviction, they have a week to even serve you, meaning the police put it on your door. Once they put it on your door, you have 7 more days to even go answer. Once you answer, you have about 2 to 3 to 4 weeks before we even go to court. This is, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go back to where they put it on your door. You don't answer. Then I can go up as the community manager and get rid of possession. Once I go to the courthouse and I pay the extra $25, I still gotta wait for the police to get it on their schedule to come to your house and set you out. That's how evictions work in the state of Georgia. It's a whole process. You are not going to get evicted tomorrow. What I'm saying this to say this. You have at minimum, you got about 25, 30 days to figure out something. To get a loan, to call a family member, to do something. So, after all the fights that I put up to try to get assistance, I just got the 14-day eviction notice. My birthday's next Wednesday, and that following Wednesday, I have to leave my house. And I'm way too calm right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. This was not on my 2025 bingo card or any of them. But the link is in my profile. If you guys could help, any dollar amount helps. Thank you.
So I'm getting evicted in 3 days. Isn't that just lovely? We love that. But I think my apartment trying to fuck me over, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm not renewing my lease here. They know I'm not renewing my lease here. My lease ends on the 17th. I'm leaving on the 7th. I'm out. I'm gone. I never want to see this place again. I never want to be in it again because management sucks so bad after they changed. They know I'm leaving. So I sent an email trying to figure out, like, hey, why am I getting evicted out of nowhere? Because I already paid my rent for March. My rent is prorated. It's paid. I paid it on the 28th of February. So why am I getting evicted? Okay, so I walked my butt all the way down to the front office to try to figure this out. And I said, why did I get an email saying we have 3 days to leave, that I'm getting evicted? And is this going to go on my credit? Because, sorry, boo, but no.
Y'all, this world is getting crazier and crazier by the day. A routine eviction in Florida just turned into a full-blown shootout, and they say a deputy lost her life. They said 2 more people got hit, and the suspect ended up in critical condition. But when you break down the details, it's deeper than somebody just losing their home. So deputies pulled up to Vero Beach to serve an eviction. The mom was evicting her own son, if I heard this right. Soon as they walked in the entryway, he grabbed his firearm and started the fire. And they say a 25-year-old veteran did not make it. They said another deputy and even a locksmith got hit too. Come to find out, they say the suspect had got fired from UPS, had old charges, and was posting about the sheriff's office as well. The deputies already gotten 7 calls from that house in the last month. The mother was calling for help from the sheriff's office over and over again. So this man had just lost his job, was getting evicted by his mom, and already had multiple police reports out on him. Was these officers, I feel like this was, I don't want to say negligence. I just want to say, was these officers aware of how volatile the situation was going into this? They got sent to evict a man with nothing to lose. My heart goes out to the deputy that didn't make it and the 25-year-old veteran who didn't make it. I hope the other deputy and the locksmith make a speedy recovery. And I hope y'all just being safe out here, man. Y'all never know what somebody might go through and how far they're willing to take it.
and how that might affect you. So y'all be safe out here. Watch your surroundings. Be aware. I love y'all, Florida. Please be safe. Peace.
Hey guys, so we got court next week for January evictions, and we still have 4 people who have not paid. One person said they're going to settle their balance this week. We will see. Her court date is actually this week. I talked with one of my other tenants. They said that they get paid Wednesday, so their balance will be settled. I do take him for his word because he always handles his shit. The third person has not given me an explanation. They told me that they got their last check on the 23rd and they were going to settle their balance. Today is, I don't even have my other phone. I think today is like maybe the 25th, 26th, maybe. No payment, of course. And then my last person, we just want possession of her property. She's been with us since 2024. We filed on her probably over 15 times, maybe over 12, give or take. Let's say 12. We filed on her over 12 times. We have probably like 8 or 10 promises to pay that were failed promises to pay. At this moment, we just want our property back. We're ending this relationship immediately because we're not doing this in 2026. So those are my four current delinquencies. Hopefully I see a lot of traction, a lot of movement this week, because court for 3 of the 4, I want to say is that Monday or Tuesday? It might be Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Possession. I'm requesting for possession for all of those. If the balances are still there. But with one tenant, I just want her to vacate. I think our relationship has ran its course. It's not going to be healthy for me to continue to have her living in my property for 2026. And then hopefully my other tenants who are delinquent will pay. So that we don't have multiple evictions in the same month. That will be a blessing. But we will see. If any of these cases go to court for January, I'm not dismissing the case. January and February is going to have to be paid in full. So, for example, people who haven't paid for January yet, if we go to court next week, February, let's just throw something out there, February 4th, February 2nd, I'm requesting for possession, and you can't just pay January's rent at that time. You have to pay January and February for me to dismiss the case. So once I get possession, the clock will start for them to vacate. In order for me to stop the padlocking, January and February is going to have to be paid, because what we're not going to do is continue to do this in 2026 because I'm tired. And I have to get these tenants back on track, because paying at the end of the month, every month, is not about that. We can't keep doing this, and we're not going to keep doing this. So I'll keep you guys posted. And I'll let y'all know what happens. All right, bye guys.
I'm about to get evicted, but that's beside the point. It's not the point, but it is the point. And I made a big girl decision last year to move out. And it was a choice that I made happily when I was financially able to do so, because I have spent my entire life caring for other people, and this was something that I really wanted to do for myself. So I am in the middle of an answered prayer, and I am so grateful. Last year, I was also released, or I released myself from my dream job, and it was a contract to work for a major city to do public relations and communications work for all of their citizen engagement needs. But I was harassed to the point of oblivion by a white male council member who is still on council, and he did this in order to make sure that my mother was no longer mayor. So now I am putting myself on notice, even more than normal, to make something shake by March 1st to make rent. And it's not going to be my ass, so don't be looking for any special apps or pages, okay? If you have any tips or any type of encouragement that you want to leave me in the comments, and just coming along with me on this journey, I'm gonna be doing a lot of odd jobs. I might be wearing a helmet one day and skates the next, so just gotta stay tuned and see what happens.
Yo, I just got served an eviction notice. Eviction notice? I ain't never. Listen, this is all in retaliation because he didn't like me checking him about the way he was speaking to me. We have a new manager. His name is Daniel Iglesias, however the fuck you say it. He called me, talking down to me, being depreciating and demeaning, acting as if I was indigent or had to lie about paying a $600 and some odd dollar balance. So I wrote him a check. That check cleared November the 19th, but yet and still on this paperwork, it says that November the 19th expired, my time frame passed, and now I'm being evicted, even though my check cleared on November the 19th, which meant you had it in hand before then. But here's where it gets even more fucked up. They didn't file this shit they didn't file this December the 17th. December the 17th, my account had been cleared. I cleared this shit in November. I paid my rent in full in December. But then you went and anyway filed an eviction notice for a balance you said was due in November, you dirty mother. And then had the caucasity to, on the same day that he was signing paperwork for me, emailed me and said, hey, I noticed you're still month to month. You want to sign a longer lease and help you save some money? I just can't even. Here's the amount that they're evicting me for from November, and here's where I paid it and my check cleared on November 19th. Yet here is Daniel signing eviction paperwork for me on December the 17th, while at the same time asking me if I want to renew my lease. And here's him lying to the court saying that I failed to make the payment. If this is the type of shit you can look forward to, don't do it. New Earth Residential, do not rent from them. Take your black money elsewhere.
I just got evicted, and here's why. 3 months ago, me and 6 of my friends decided we wanted to live together. We were super excited and made the place super cute for the circumstances of where we were living. I'm not gonna lie when I say the place was gross. Every time I would sleep there, I had either earwigs or spiders in my bed and in the entire house. And when we told him we had an issue with bugs, he was just like, I don't really see the problem here. The whole situation has been so sus from the very beginning. Day one, he told us that the place would be completely remodeled, and I'm a college student, so I'm just going in not expecting the White House, but at least like he said he was renovating it. And this place looked like it straight up climbed right out of the 60s. Nothing was new about it. The only difference was there was just construction dust everywhere. This man was so sus. He randomly just showed up to our apartment without even telling us and would just walk in. He would do weird stuff like that all the time, but pretty much that's the background. I wake up, literally best day of my life, 14,000 followers on Instagram, like so amazing, so excited. And then I get this text. You guys are getting evicted. What? He said it was because we had too many people living there. When we signed our contract with him, he literally told us and advertised that 7 of us could live there. He set up a meeting with us to talk more about the details. He's like, there's literally nothing that I can do for you. It just sucks to suck. You're getting evicted. My roommates' dads are lawyers, and so they had one of their friends come and bring a lawyer to go talk to him with us. The lawyer told him that any conversation that he was going to have with us, she was going to be there. Direct quote, he said, that's what you thought, that's not happening. He literally freaked out on us for having a lawyer, even though we were just trying to be represented so he would actually take us seriously. After this interaction with us, he was super aggressive and honestly wanted nothing to do with us. This was literally during the middle of our midterms, so like literally worst time that this could happen. After talking with somebody who knows the law, they said that he should literally be paying us for moving expenses. He then proceeds to tell us that we need to pay rent to live there for the next month, even though we're getting evicted. Interesting. I moved out because I didn't feel like paying a man rent who has literally been scamming us and just evicted us, so now I'm homeless.
I just can't right now. I am getting evicted. So yeah, I couldn't make enough money before the court date, so I had 10 days to get out of my apartment. And it is what it is. So life shall go on. What the fuck can I do about it? Nothing. It's already in process. That's just life. Life throws things at you and sometimes you just can't fucking catch it. I don't know what to fucking say. Literally my lease ends in like 21 days. Like this is my parents' house and I live like, well, I don't live here no more. And I don't live there no more. So where do I live? I needed like 4,000. It was like 39 something. I made like almost 2,000 at the strip club in 2 days. It was like 1,700 and some change. And it was like if I just had a couple more days, like I would have had the rest of the stuff, so I didn't get evicted. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm moving back to Pennsylvania, and I'm only moving there because the rent there is fucking cheap. My rent was $18.35 a month here in North Carolina. And the place I'm moving to is my brother's apartment. Pay for me. The rent between me and him up there, $250 each. $250? $500 a month? Yeah, I'm living with my brother. You have me so fucked up. Guys, I forgot I fucking bought this. This is the freckle pen. It actually looks super weird. Okay. I think I put too many fucking freckles. What else? We're just gonna go with the flow. Okay, so this is the look. I feel like I could not grow here, and I was losing a lot of fucking money because this place is way too expensive for the walls to be this thin. People are rude, like rude as fuck. I hated it here. I'm so ready, I'm so happy, I'm so excited for new beginnings. New beginnings. Save money, live better, Walmart.
TikTok. I must be the first person in the country to get evicted by his landlord because he wants to house the fucking hotel people. Literally got a text last night saying you got a month's notice, maximum 2, want you to move out, we're redecorating and we're not renting the property back out to you pretty much. I don't know where I stand with that or how it fucking goes down or what the fucking crack is, but that's a text I received last night. He wants me out. Why? There we go. What do we do, guys? What do we do? Do you know what I mean? But also, next door, he owns a house next door. You've got the Romanian family living there. They're getting kicked out as well. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Look what Keir Starmer's done now. All his hard-working people are getting kicked out now. We've got nowhere to live. He wants to house them. So people next door, Romanians, came over here about 15 years ago. Been non-stop working flat out. He's been given a 1 month's notice to fucking move out. Same as myself. There we go. Thank you, Keir Starmer. Wanker.
In this economy, it's really hard to pay rent if you're living by yourself. You have to live with roommates or with your parents to afford the rent today. Because if not, your days are counted and you're going to be evicted. And it's sad because a lot of people, especially people with kids, especially when they're single, imagine the trouble that they're going through. They have nobody to cling to. They have nobody to rely on, to depend on. It's just them. The single mothers. I feel bad for them because they have to carry all the weight. And, you know, a lot of them are hardworking and they're trying their best. But this economy just keeps on piling all the fucking hard shit on us. So we got to do what we got to do to survive.